Hi everyone. I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible because I've recorded this like 4 times, and this last time the planes kept interrupting me, and so this time I'm just going to try to make this very quick. This is going to be a Dewey's 24-hour readathon wrap-up as well as a current reads video, and for Dewey's I didn't end up reading too much, but I did read, I finished Harry Potter. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, not the whole series, but just the 4th one, and I love it. I haven't reread it in a couple of years, so that was a whole lot of fun. And then I read a little bit of Demelza by Winston Graham, but not too much. I only read like 20 pages, but then I continued with it and read another 50 the next day, so I'm making progress on that one, but I'm not quite finished, and I did really enjoy my reading for the readathon. Now for the books that I'm currently reading and want to be reading in November. Books that I want to read over the next 2 days, or tonight and tomorrow, are all pretty quick. The first is I want to finish Emma by Katie-BooksandThings. I got about 63 pages into this, I want to say in the very beginning of this month, and then I put it aside for other things, but I'm really looking forward to this one. Sorry if you guys end up hearing the plane. Really sorry about that. Anyway, next one is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. Hoping to read this tonight or tomorrow and then watch the film. Oh, and that's the graphic novel, not the actual book, which unfortunately that's the only thing I could get, but still looking forward to it. And then Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Really excited to read this before the movie comes out. And then Tales of Beetle the Bard by J.K. Rowling, because I haven't read this in quite a few years and I really want to. And then for November, I have quite a few things that I want to do daily reading of, including I started Fragile Things in October, so I think I read like 5 of these stories, and I want to continue that and hopefully finish these in the month. And then I want to finish David Copperfield, hopefully in November. I started this in October, and I'm only almost 100 pages. I'm about 92 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it, but my reading slowed down, so I need to finish this in November. And then I want to read Count of Monte Cristo over the course of about 2 months in November and December. Same with War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, which I will actually be starting over. And then if I get 50 pages into this and realize I actually do remember enough from volume 1, I might go back to where I currently am, which is about 350 pages in. But I have put this down for a long enough period of time that I would really love to start over. And then I will be reading Reader, I Married Him, or I will be finishing this hopefully in the first week or so of November, because it's due back to the library and I'm tired of renewing it. And then I want to be reading, I want to read The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton with Katie from Books and Things. That would be probably like a 2-month project that I think we will be starting Tuesday on the 1st, but I have to message Katie and make sure that that's still a go. So hopefully it is, and hopefully that'll work. And I think those are all the ones that I want to read on a daily basis. Pretty certain. I didn't end up finishing my collection of Poe. I am going to probably slowly be reading that, but I don't know if I'll finish that in November, because I was reading that with Amanda from Amanda Center, and I think we both got a little burned out on Poe. She actually ended up finishing all the stuff we were supposed to read. I was very behind, so I haven't finished, like, I've maybe finished half, if that, because I just didn't expect to get burned out on Poe reading one Poe thing a day for a month, and turns out I got burned out after about a week and a half. So yeah, I'm going to take that much slower, and I'm still going to talk to Amanda about it, but we're just not reading them together anymore. So yeah, don't know how that's going to go really, but hoping to read some of it, and hopefully I won't get too sick of it. We'll see. And then I have a lot of things that I want to read, just not daily reading, but it's a lot of stuff, but I figured make a giant list of a whole bunch of things and have stuff to choose from, rather than trying to make a very specific list or no list at all. So starting that, I did start American Gods by Neil Gaiman. This is a reread for me, and I got about 40 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it, so I do want to finish this. And then I want to finish Demelza by Winston Graham, which is book 2 of Poldark. And I want to read, oh gosh, where is it? Jeremy Poldark, as well as Warlegan, but that's in a bag over there, so I can't show that to you, unfortunately. And then I had a couple books that I wanted to read in October but didn't get to. They are The Woman in White by Bulky Collins, as well as The Happy Reader, which the issue is a companion, sort of, for Woman in White, because it's all articles about it. And then Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen, and Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett, which is actually, I think that's still in my purse, so I can't show that to you guys right now, but that one. And then Lady Audley's Secret, I'm reading with Katie from Books and Things, and we actually decided to push this to right around this time. I think we'll be starting this probably early November. We both just kind of planned a little bit too much in October for reading, and then, like, for me, I just got burned out, and for her, I think she just, like, planned so much reading that we both decided it would be okay if we push this to November. So hopefully we'll be reading this, and hopefully we both love it. And then I have Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman. I got this out of the library because I just really want to read this now. I feel like it's time. I haven't ever read it, and it's my last Neil Gaiman adult novel that I haven't read. And yeah, I really want to read it now. And then November is Nonfiction November, and this was an idea created by Gemma from Non Fic Books, as well as another YouTuber who I don't quite remember her YouTube name, so I don't want to say it in case I get it wrong. I want to say it's Olive from a Book Olive, but that might be completely wrong. So just pay attention to the Gemma from Non-Fic Books part, because I know that she is one of the co-creators, and I'm also subscribed to her channel, so I'll link it down below. But anyway, this is just an idea that the two of them created to get people reading more nonfiction and talking about it, and maybe spreading their wings a little bit in nonfiction, like reading things that they wouldn't normally read, and stuff like that, which I just think is a great idea. I am not branching out in that sense. I am reading, well, technically I'm reading things that I've never read before, but I don't read that much nonfiction, so it's not really saying much. But I'm reading Howard's End is on the Landing by Susan Hill, which I've had out from the library for quite a while, as well as Walking Home by Simon Armitage, which is also elsewhere, so I can't show that to you guys, unfortunately. And then Time Was Soft There by Jeremy Mercer. And then I also want to reread The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Sorry, I was just talking about J.K. Rowling. Because in December, Lauren from Reads and Daydreams is doing a Loader-a-thon, which is a Lord of the Rings readathon. And I have read The Hobbit and I've read Fellowship of the Ring, but I have yet to read Two Towers or Return of the King. And at this point, it's been a year since I read Fellowship. And so I really wanted to reread The Hobbit and Fellowship. But since Hobbit isn't part of Lord of the Rings, or since it's like a prequel rather than actually being part of it, even though it's still Middle-earth, and it's the first Middle-earth, so that's what counts. But I'm going to read this in November, and then that way I'm not trying to fit all 4 of them in December. Although, with all the other books that I'm trying to read in November, maybe I should try to squeeze this in December. But yes, so trying to read this in November. And then the last 2 things, I think... Did I say Weird Sisters? I think I said Weird Sisters. Yeah, the last 2 things, I believe, are... I really want to reread Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger, because I just watched The Age of Adeline with my mom. For me, it was the 3rd time seeing it. For her, it was the 1st time, and she really enjoyed it, and I love it. It's one of my favorites. And I was trying to figure out what movies to watch that are similar, and a bunch of the lists said Time Traveler's Wife, which I own and love. So I was rewatching that last night, and I just realized it has been way too long since I've read this book. So I really, really want to reread it. And can I just stop for a second and say how much I love this edition? This was an edition that was exclusive to Waterstones when I was at university in Scotland. And I think how I stumbled upon it was I was in Waterstones because I was getting a Secret Santa gift for someone. And this was part of a deal. It was part of a 3-for-2 deal, and I was already getting my Secret Santa person books. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just get this for me then. Because my grandmother had borrowed my copy and misplaced it. And, you know, totally not her fault. She has, like, so many books that I'm really not surprised that that happened. But I was like, you know, I don't know if she's ever going to find it. Like, I know that it's somewhere in her house, but I don't know if we'll ever find it. So I took the opportunity to get this one, and I did end up finding the paperback, which I ended up giving away, which kind of, I feel like I shouldn't have done that. Like, I feel like I should have kept it, and kept it as, like, one to loan out to other people because of how much I love the book. But I do think that I ended up giving it to someone who would enjoy it. Like, I don't think I just gave it away to a shop. I think I gave it away to one of my friends or something. So, yeah. But anyway, I love this edition so much. It's the Vintage Modern Classics edition. And it's got a dandelion on the back, and, like, all the seeds end up turning into teas, and that wraps around. And then it's another dandelion on the front, and the significance to that is a lot of the very important scenes in the book take place in a field of dandelions. So yeah, I just really need to reread this. And then the last thing that I really want to actually reread is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, because I've been watching a couple of those episodes from the first season again, and I really don't want to wait till next year to start my reread again. I would love to read Outlander this month, in November, and then read Dragonfly and Amber in December, and then just continue on with the series next year. So, I don't know, we'll see, but that's my current plan. And I know that that is a lot. It's a lot of books, and I probably will only end up reading half of these, but I'm hoping that I can at least read all of the ones that I'm trying to read on a daily basis, and then maybe read half of the ones that I want to focus on one at a time. So we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys are currently reading and what you want to read, and you know, if you've been reading anything fun for Halloween, if you're doing anything fun for Halloween, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.